Hey, this is Marilyn Gigliotti.
Hey, this is Brian O'Halloran.
Hey, everybody. My name is Scott Schiaffo, actor best known as the Chulies Gum Guy from the film Clerks.
And welcome to Clerks Minute.
You're listening to Clerks Minute.
And I'm not even supposed to be here today.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Clerks Minute, the show we look back at 1990 for Kevin Smith's classic. One Dante's in Trouble, a minute at a time. I'm Blake.
I'm Kyle.
And we're back. We're looking at minute 61. And we're done with our guests for the last week. We're an hour into the movie, which is crazy. Dante's in a lot of trouble here. He just got fined for selling cigarettes to minors, which I was sitting here right before he went on the air trying to literally find state laws for selling cigarettes to minors in New Jersey. Don't do that to yourself, people. It hurts your brain if you're not used to it. Boy, reading government paperwork is really difficult when you're not used to it at all. But before we get to all the notes, me and Kyle were getting others go right from what was said in the scene. According to the New Jersey Administration Code, Section 18.5/12.5, a fine of no less than $250 is to be leveled against any person reportedly selling cigarettes to a minor. And then we have an angry mother called the State Division of Taxation and complained that a man working at Quick Stop Convenience sold her, well, his 5-year-old, but a 4-year-old daughter cigarettes today at around 4 o'clock. Division of Taxation calls the state of Board of Health, and they send me down here to issue a fine. You say you're working all day, hence the fine is yours. It is doubled due to the incredibly young age of the child, which is disturbing, I'm not going to lie. And it also says your due date is at the bottom. This summons cannot be contested in the court of law. Failure to remit before the due date will result in a charge of criminal negligence, and a warrant will be issued for your arrest. Have a nice day. Mm-hmm. So I throw it over to Kyle, who is actually doing research on his own end on a couple issues with all this. Go ahead.
Well, number one, the official who hands Dante the summons claims that the charge can't be contested in the court of law. Wrong. The Constitution guarantees that any matter involving at least $20 is eligible to be ruled on by a jury of the defendant's peers. However, to be fair, Kevin Smith briefly acknowledges this in the commentary.
Okay.
And number two, he states that the little girl was sold cigarettes at 4 in the afternoon. Impossible. The sale occurred before the hockey game, which was at 2, and Dante and Randall were at the wake at 4. And once again, Smith acknowledges this in the commentary.
Yeah, it's funny. I think the time, we were talking about that a couple minutes ago, where the time is weird. Because we literally had the sun go down during a 3-minute drive from the funeral home back. And the time doesn't make any sense in this movie whatsoever yet. Everything's here. And last week we talked to Ernie Donald himself, so that's stuff we already talked about. Did we talk about, do you remember if we talked about Kim, who she actually, about Kim, Heather, who she's played by? I have it on here, that's why I was wondering.
Oh.
I have it in my notes here.
I can't remember if we did.
Okay, well, I'll bring it up here. So, Heather, who is in this scene as well, she leaves with Rick in a few minutes. She actually is played by Kim Logan, whom actually Kevin dated in high school and college. He credits her as the inspiration for both characters, Veronica and Caitlin, and admits in high school that he thought she was having an affair with one Ernie O'Donnell.
Yeah.
Which is pretty funny, not gonna lie.
Well, considering how this scene ends.
Oh, we'll get there. That's in the next minute. So, we're having Dad come on later in the movie to talk about some legal stuff with us when it comes to later in the movie. But I was looking up New Jersey state laws, and apparently, I can't find this. I can't find anything having to do with what we just talked about. But what I did find is that they changed the law in New Jersey in 2014, and now you have to be 19 to buy cigarettes instead of 18. That's interesting.
Big fucking deal. You have to wait another year.
And if you know anything about, so there's laws for this shit, right?
Yeah.
I was buying alcohol in high school because, here's why, and this is the true story. Number one, they didn't card us most of the damn time because nobody gave a shit in my hometown. But the real reason was there was a liquor store right by the 7-Eleven we used to hang out at. And it was the Ford guy that ran the 7-Eleven also ran the liquor store. He'd literally run in a back door and go to the other store. and this is legit. Yeah. So there's a back door and he'd run and he'd service over here and then run back over here, and then run back. One person run both stores. So he actually knew us and he's selling alcohol at like 16, 17 years old. Just like, wow, that's the kind of shit that happened in Garfield, New Jersey. So that's why I laugh at this whole thing, because the fact that they're following laws in here, and I'm like, yeah, that would never happen in New Jersey when I grew up there.
Man, New Jersey sounds like a Mad Max movie.
Well, there's a joke in Hamilton that they totally make fun of New Jersey because they I don't know if you heard this. The reason why that the duels in Hamilton all happen in New Jersey is because, as said in the book, in the Hamilton book that I have, technically dueling was illegal. Yeah. But they didn't actually give a shit in New Jersey. I'm not making that up.
Why is that not on the Welcome to New Jersey sign? Welcome to New Jersey. We don't give a shit.
But yeah, that's true. The reason they have all the dueling that happens in Weehawken, New Jersey, but not the fact that it's factual for the fact of the show, because obviously Alexander Hamilton got shot in Weehawken, New Jersey. But the reason everything happens in New Jersey is because everything is legal in New Jersey. Which is a joke in one of the songs. I forgot what song it's in, but it's a joke.
So I could go there, set fire to someone's house, park on a handicapped person, and that'd be fine?
Who knows? I'm going back out there later on this year, and it's funny because I'm like, okay. Last time I was out there, we drove. I had the van. Mr. Bobby had the van. Yeah. This is how funny it is to be around New Jersey. I get pulled over for speeding. Did I come home with a ticket? No. You don't know why?
Why?
I rolled the window down. It's my hometown. I went to high school with the cop. He's like, oh, you're good. Get out of here. Small town living, people. Small town living. This is the kind of shit that goes on when you grow up in a small town. So, that is that. That's where we are. We leave you here with Rick pretty much saying that I don't want to work. I don't want to work with someone who actually sells cigarettes to a 4-year-old, and that's where we end the scene. And we'll get more into the next scene, but I have a good stuff about the next scene as well when we get there. So anything else you want to add here, or are we good?
I think we're good.
We're good? All right. Thank you all for listening to the show. You can find us everywhere: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spreaker Radio, etc., etc., etc. Please rate and review us. And also join our Facebook community, the Clerks Convening Group, and we will have a nice conversation about this. We've been jumping on there. If you're going in there, you'll see stuff about shooting Clerks, because the guys over there are talking about that all the time. They jump in there and tell us about their promotions and things like that. And every single episode goes up there. We talk about them right there. So come and discuss them with us. We have a lot of fun over there. All right, all that being said, thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Blake.
I'm Kyle.
And thank you so much for listening to the Clerks Minute. Have a good day, everybody.
Ew, you sell cigarettes to minors?
Smoking weed, doing coke, drinking beers, rolling fatties, smoking blunts. Who smokes the blunts? Who smoke the blunts? Rolling blunts and smoking.